What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we got a mid-taper on a client who hasn't had a cut in 5 months. Let's get it. First, I create my guideline, my ball guideline with the trimmers. And after I create that line, I go in and I cut off all the hair on his face because he didn't want to keep it. After I get done cleaning up that area, I go in with my number 2 guard and I depot the rest of the fade and I flick out so that the hair would blend into his afro. I take my time with this part to create the shape of his head so that it won't look off on both sides. After I depot the area, I go in with my no guard open to create my first guideline. As I go up into the fade, you can see that I'll start going back to the bottom of where I created the ball guideline and start opening and closing the lever to get that bottom line out. After I get this bottom line out, I start to go in with my number 1 guard and create my second guideline. After I get done creating my second guideline with the number 1 guard, I go on with my number 2, and I start to use the same flick out motion I was talking about in the beginning, but just to get more of a cut on the head to blend the fade better. Start the rest of the fading process. So after the number 2 guard, I'll go on with my 0.5 guard and get rid of that guideline from the number 1 guard. After I use the half guard, I go back into the same spot with no guard open and just use the corners to get the extra hairs off of the line, just to do a little detail work. The last step for this fade is grabbing a 1.5 guard and just using the corners to blend in from the 1 to the 2. Blending that line in between it just to have a more blended fade. And after that, you look at it and you do whatever extra detail work you think you need to do on the fade. Right here I felt like I needed to blend that ball line into the fade a little bit more, so I just did that. Back of the head, I use the same steps that I use for the sides. So I go in with the trimmers and create my first guideline, which is the ball guideline. After creating the ball guideline, I go in with my borders and just clean up the area. After I clean up the area, I debulk my fade area just so I can have a more clear look at where I start my line or my guideline. After I get done debulking the area, I start my first guideline with my no guard open. After I create my first guideline, I go back to the bottom of the fade and I open and close the lever until I get the ball line out. After I get as much of the ball line out as I can, I go on with my trimmers to finish fading the rest of that ball line out. After getting the ball line out, I go on my number 1 guard to create my neck guideline. I go over the same area multiple times to hit the hair at all the angles that it grows. For this next step, I go on my half guard all the way closed to get that line out that you see that's in between the 1 and the no guard. After I finish the back of the head, I go back to the front side of his head and do the left side with the same steps that I did on the right. I'm gonna speed this part up for y'all. Start his lineup process. I start by brushing down all the extra hairs that he has due to his overgrown hairline. After I brush down all his hairs, I get some alcohol and I clean it up to have a clean surface to start the lineup on. Then I apply some holding spray just so the line could be more crispy at the end. I let that sit and I start to clean up his face. Line up his mustache. Start the lineup process. I like to go and start on the vertical bars just because that'll be easier to make that box in the corner at the top of the hairline as you start. And then after I create that vertical bar, I go into the C-cups. When I go into the C-cups, I create that bottom line first. Then I create the top line. Connect the two so that they meet and create a C-cup. see right here, it does look like I pushed him back, but he has a widow's peak, and I cut that off. And then after I cut that off, I meet both the sides with the ends of the vertical bars to create the straightest line possible. After I get done with the lineup in the front, I start the lineup behind the ears and the back of the fade. And after I get done with that, I'll start prepping for enhancements. After I get finished with the lineup, I'll go back in and start applying enhancements to the line and the front of his head. After I get done with the spray enhancements, I like to add on hair fibers just so it looks a little more dark on top of the hairline. After I get done adding the fibers, I go back in and reline up the hair so that the hairline will look sharp. Did end up wanting to cut some of it off, so this is a little video